That white lady said that I do not want to be served by a brown person.
It just left a lot of emotional scars when it came to growing up.
Multiple rounds of rallies have been held across the US against the troubling surge of anti-Asian racism in the country. Racism is not only verbal or physical harassment and violence, it comes in different shapes and forms. Microaggression, stereotypes, and systemic discrimination towards certain ethnic groups all count. I've spoken with several people of Asian descent in the US, and these are what they had to say.
I was waiting for a bus from my place to go to the University of Washington campus, and I remember this lady who came and asked me for some money. First, that woman was kind of begging for money, but when I said I don't have cash, in return, she started abusing me. She said, you people, immigrants, you come to our country, you just make it a dirty place and you guys don't belong here. And I was very shook because it was the first time it was happening. Deep inside, I was feeling very hurt that, just because I come from a different place. And that's kind of sad because honestly, immigrants have a huge role to play in this country. And when these things happen, I just don't want to make myself a center of any legal battle that could just put more harm on my status as an immigrant in this country.
I've been encountered a lot of times to ask those questions. Hey, where are you from? I think that is a discrimination. And I told them I'm from California. They said, where do you really come from? Right? And a lot of my ABC friends, the American-born Chinese friends, they've been asking those questions as well. Black American doesn't get asked those questions. White American doesn't get asked those questions. We do all the time. In the United States, the original people only local indigenous people. The rest of the people are all immigrants.
When I visited some middle state, I visited with some other friends, and when we stopped by a gas station to make a purchase, it was so obvious that the cashier just wouldn't talk to me. He refused to look at me. So we have a group of people, and you can see his eyes. He was like, say hi, skip, say hi. I feel strange and I feel awkward.
They still had this mindset that you had to assimilate with the American culture, which is in a way is white American culture. So in a way they wanted you to portray that model minority myth. It was a bit of a mental and emotional struggle. For me personally, it just left a lot of emotional scars when it came to growing up.
I used to work for Warner Brothers as a contractor, data scientist contractor. We have like a data science team. Somehow we just know how much each of us were being paid. All the Asian people are being paid way less, like around 30% less than those who like white contractors. One of my friends, she walking on the street, I don't remember if it's in LA or Seattle, and she got yelled by like some random people on the street say Asian attack.
Another Indian friend of mine who had come to study, and she was doing a part-time work at one of the cafes at her university. This was a few years ago, and while she was working, a white lady came in, and while my friend was serving, went on to serve the ice cream. That white lady very blatantly said that I do not want to be served by a brown person. Everyone at the cafe was shocked. You don't realize the gravity of these situations until and unless they happen with you.
That is sad that people randomly attack other people. It's not because this person did anything wrong, but it's because how the physical appearance is. And I think that has caused a lot more issue, like a lot of Asian American or just Asian, they really have trouble fitting into the society, regardless of how well they do intellectually, how strong their capability of doing anything.